So, why is the government trying to get rid of guns? It's because when and if the U.S. finally fucking goes into the revolt and decides to fucking uh, go against our fucking government, they don't want us fucking armed. I mean, yeah, they got X amount of people in the military, but the citizens completely outnumber what we have in military forces. So, yeah, and if everyone's armed, holy shit, if you leave them unarmed, when you got...
Well, they just don't want, because the English don't carry guns, and they're doing just fine.
Right.
That's all I hear from other people.
Well,
it's not the
well,
only
that's different,
point.
but it's
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
well,
It's different.
here's what's right about England is that you have the Queen of England, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like you have the Queen of England who's the richest, and she's the government, and it's out in the open. You know what I mean? And everyone knows that and buys it and respects it for the most part. Whereas here it's different. Like I said, you have the wealthy, then you have government, then you have rich, and yada yada yada, so forth and so on. So maybe they are doing fine, I guess, but whatever. But I guess they. But how do I know? We got our problems too. Alright, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they got
Oh
their
yeah, they
problems.
do. I don't know what it is, but they do.
But obviously, it was bad. It was bad enough for them to come over here and make the amendments in the first place. You know what I mean? It really was. So, because that's where those countries for was to be a haven for but it's contradictive to be a haven for immigrants, but also to be the capitalistic country it is, because then we all know it. It's just the slave days. That's all it is. If you because you're just making money off the immigrants. That's the only thing that makes sense. It's the only way.
Mhm.
It's the only thing that can make sense. Is like if you're not making money off them, why would rich people let immigrants? Because like I said, it's the wealthy that runs shit. It is, hands down, it is. I don't care what anyone says. It's the wealthy that runs shit. So it's like, why would they let the immigrants into our country if they were losing money?
Right.
They can't be, and it does not come to the fucking cents or the fucking small dollar bills of them working for cheaper. It can't. That can't be it. It has to be something bigger in place. It really has to be. There has to
You
be
just don't know what it is.
yeah. There has to be.
Yeah, there's some. That's why because they're letting it all happen. The government's letting it happen.
Well, the government, like I said, that's fine. The government will do whatever the wealthy want. We know this. It's proven. It's been proven time and time again. It even says I've watched stuff about the president. The president even said, and the funny thing about it is that they don't hide it, and everyone is still so confused about it. They don't hide it, but what they do is they let everyone just talk and jibber jabber about what they think their opinion is, and then it influences, misdirects other people to believe one thing and another, when ultimately it's the most simple thing in the world. This country first started, wealthy, rich people came over here. Well, you got Rockefeller and da-da-da-da. Well, no, it's actually even older than that. The point is, there was wealthy people here before there was even a government. Okay, and the thing is, you got um, you got the government who went into debt, as it shows now, bomb inception. Because it's true, and they did. They went into debt, and who they got? They got these people that were rich from other countries. That when they first came here, okay, so what they do, where they can get the money from? These at that time they were rich. The rich people then. So then, and then they've been in the pockets of them ever since. And like, was it 1913? It showed on there that it's uh, like that's when it started. I bet that was just the re-over. I bet that was just another. They had to go back into debt because it's these rich people, it's these wealthy people that are funding our wars. Where do you think it says over $6 billion or $6 trillion in the debt? Yada 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 yada. Where do you think that money is coming from? If it's not just being made up. I'll tell you that much. It's coming from the wealthiest people in the world, and
yeah.
because you gotta think about it, like Bill Gates. Okay, he's the wealthiest man, but there's wealthiest like like uh like groups of people, cults or cliques or yada yada. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that ultimately hold a business can be more wealthy. You know what I mean? Like he's the wealthiest man to have in his pocket. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean he is the most. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he doesn't have like all the most assets and that net worth. That's not him.
Right.
Or gross. I don't know if it's gross. I don't know what I'm trying to say right there. But if you're confused, just ask. But so it just makes so much sense to me that it's just ridiculous on how people let their imaginations confuse them to the point that we just like sit back and let things happen. It doesn't matter who gets like obviously it doesn't matter who goes in office. This is just a fact. I'm just stating simple things we all already know. The thing is, like you got okay, everyone's like Obama, right? Oh my god, great, cool. I'll admit, he even had me going for a minute, okay? I was like, wow, this guy Obama, he's gonna be great, he talks well, he speaks well, and in time of need, we're going through this whole debt thing. And then you know what? It didn't matter. He got what did he do? All that did is they got um uh because it's falls back and forth. You got Republicans, and then we want our Democrats. Now Democrats they want a Republican. What they did is they got a majority of people to because they see if they have to see that a majority of people are Democrats, and then they got and then they got the black people, and they did use it against you guys. That it's because we were about to go into revolt. We're about to switch over and do something huge. And then once they put in, and with the whole Bush thing, and then uh, once Obama was elected, everyone kind of just sat back and everything was kind of just hunky dory. And then once that happened, didn't it? But the funniest thing is that keep in mind the government's in debt. Okay, where does the government get their money? Well, where we all know taxes. Where does tax come from? Us. Okay? Alright? Now these bailout things. When they say these banks don't have this money, that this money is gone. Are you serious? You got okay, mind you again, we all know that the government lies, right? Okay, is that established? Think about it. Government's in debt to them. They have all our money. What are they gonna do? They're gonna give it to the banks. And what do they call it? A bailout. Aha. Catching on? Yeah, I bet you are. So, and it's just so simple. If you really think about it, don't think too hard about it though, because you will confuse yourself. Because I know I did not, because I believed it too for a second with the whole Obama thing. I was like, oh my god, yeah, this country can da 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 da. Because we want to believe that. We want to believe that our country's doing good for us. That we do have the strongest country and it is for the people by the people. You know what I mean? We want to believe that. But realistically, it's not, unfortunately. I wish it was. But it just makes sense to me. It really does. Like, that video, though, they try to say Obama's deception. No, it's the government. It's. Y'all know we can overthrow our government at any time. But everyone's just too scared.
Yeah.
Everyone's too scared of repercussions, getting shot. I don't blame you. Speaking up, I can speak out like I am now. I get shot. You know what I mean? Freedom of speech. Why is it a First Amendment? Because the people knew. Because obviously things weren't going right in England. You know what I mean? And then people came over here, new land, new fresh start. We don't have that option now. You know what I mean? We can't just go to discover new land and do that again. You know what I mean? Because we would. Would we not? I know I would. I would love to just go someplace and take it from some quote unquote Indians from there, and but we're all out of land, so we gotta work with what we got, guys. Why don't we do something about it? You know? And you're like, well, what? What do we do? We need to organize. Don't ask me how to do that. That's crazy. I don't know. But something needs to happen. Something huge. But I wish someone would step up to the plate and just do it. It needs to happen for this country crumbles. Because the thing is, you got the, as y'all know, it's like, you got the American dollar, right? You know how that works. As the same thing as the casino. You have, the casino needs to have as many chips on the floor, needs to have as much money in the bank, or in the vaults, as it has chips on the floor. Same thing with the government, as in with, I think it's all natural resources, because that's valuable internationally. So, the thing is, if we keep pushing all our crap out, all these dollars, our dollar is going to sink. It's going to turn to nothing. And then all these rich people that have attained all this gold and that they have in the banks, or, or locked up wherever they are in the Swiss banks or whatever it is, then they go to different countries. They ban this one, because then they just build their own countries around the world, and this will just be a huge fucking wasteland. Not in our lifetime, no. Not in, then why does it matter, right? If we're not gonna see it, you know? Why would it matter? Ultimately, I don't know. Good question. That's how it goes. They just played the game right. People will always be slaves. People will always be used. People will always be lied to. People will always be go through shit. I guess it's just easier just to sit back and pretend we live in the American dream.